All right, what is up, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about a somewhat probably controversial topic, or at least a topic that people don't typically talk about. Got my handy dandy little notes here, and today I'm going to be telling you guys why you should be a virgin. Now, does that mean be a virgin forever? Of course not. The meaning of life is having children and being happy, right? But the point of this video is to say that you should be a virgin and essentially be with one person and have a family, right? That makes sense. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, well, Truth, come on, man. Like, are you taking this advice? Are you a virgin? Well, I'm not going to be telling you guys about that, but I'm going to explain to you guys why I believe that it's actually very important to be a virgin. Well, first off, so let's get right into it. Men and women are different. I think we can all understand that if we're reasonable people. When a woman is with a man, she has physical changes, right? So that's the main reason why I believe that we should all be virgins, but also because when you have that love connection with one person, it makes sense that you stick with that one person throughout the whole life cycle. You have a family with that one person, right? It's going to have a stronger bond. And not only speaking about that logically, but also chemically, there's a actual chemical bond and connection that you create with this one person, right? You guys come together, two pieces come together to create one flesh, right? So this is why I believe that we should do it like this. No one also, I guess point number 2 or 3, no one wants to share their partner with other people, right? So I think a lot of the issues that we have in society nowadays, I mean, there's a lot of different reasons why that is. You know, the air is bad, the technology around us, the food is bad, the media, people being raised incorrectly, trauma, things like this, like a bunch of things that cause us to be messed up as people in general. But another reason is the relationships and because as far as I understand it, most people who actually end up getting together, married or whatever, which I'm not even talking about that necessarily, or that we need to be doing that and getting married, because it's just a contractual thing, like it's a written thing, something made up, right? There's no such thing as marriage, right? But when you decide to settle down with someone and you want to find someone and you want to make them the one, right? Because you end up settling with one person, right? Eventually. So why not just do that right from the beginning, be virgins, and just stick with one person for your whole life, right? It makes more sense. But almost no one does that, and no one out there actually wants to share their partner, right? If you are with one person, you have one person to fully focus on, give all of your attention to and all of your love to, and you don't share it with anyone else, and the other person does it back to you, and that's the way it's supposed to be. Now, when you aren't virgins, you haven't done that, right? You've shared yourself with other people. You haven't given yourself fully to your one partner, right? So, and with that, how can your partner, the, man or woman that you're with, how can they ever fully trust you if you've already not given everything of yourself to them? Now, in this modern day and age and things like this, it is a little bit different, obviously, but that doesn't make an excuse for it, right? Some people also nowadays, because the person they fall in love with, for example, in high school, they have a good relationship with them for a year or two, and then they end up breaking up. Like I said earlier, because a lot of mental issues and people eating bad food and things like this, that can also be kind of a piece to all of this and why people break up, because people have a lot of mental issues, right? So I understand that it does happen, but all of these things are like modern issues, basically, what I'm addressing now today. But yeah, it makes sense. Like, say for example, even because usually we're supposed to live out in nature, we're supposed to live with a tribe, right? So if you were to do that, you would have one person that you trust, right, in order to help you raise a family. And like I said earlier, you guys, 2 pieces come together and make one flesh. That makes the most sense, right? And there's always going to be jealousy. Like, so for example, I think there probably are some situations in tribes where maybe like a man would be with a couple of women, but the first woman's always going to be jealous of all of the other women, and that just is natural. I believe it doesn't make sense that you would want to share the most intimate part of yourself with someone and then have them also sharing it with other people. Like, why? Jealousy and these other feelings that we have that people talk about, like rage, jealousy, lust, whatever, all these things are natural and innate to the human experience and the human like emotions and whatnot. Like, it's a very innate thing. So yeah, I just kind of want to make this quick video for you guys. I feel like I had another important thing to say about this, but yeah, it's really important that once you finally get that connection, that chemical connection, it's actually very powerful. A lot of women, they still have, I mean men too, they still have that first love syndrome, I guess if you want to call it that, but they truly never really get over their first love, right? A lot of women have that, and because we have that a lot in society, they end up being extremely damaged women throughout all of our society, and it ends up, I would think it's somewhat traumatic, right? Because you're, like I said earlier, you're physically changing, right? I think it's called like popping the cherry or whatever, but you're actually like tearing that part of the body, right? It's actually opening up for the you know, penetration or whatever, however you want to say it. But anyways, we're not gonna, this isn't a sex ed channel, right? But I think that it's really important because I believe there's also other animals that do this as well too, where it's like you have like a life partner, right? I think typically they tend to be birds, but I actually wonder if monkeys do that. I don't really know. It doesn't really matter, because even though they say that like monkeys are very similar to people, I don't believe that. Humans are completely different, and like every animal is its own animal, right? So, but anyways, that's just my life advice to you guys. No one wants to share. They always say sharing is caring, but when it comes to this topic, I don't think people actually deep down want to share, unless if you have some really big mental issues, because there are people who allegedly like to share their partner, but in those situations, typically, like say for example, if a man is sharing his wife with other men, right, the woman doesn't actually respect the man that she's with and isn't actually attracted to him, because if she was, then she would only want to stay with that one man. Now, like I said earlier, that does come into other issues, because like malnutrition, a lot of people are underdeveloped, not as attractive. I think I'm going to talk about this in another video as well, and I did in another video, but this is kind of part of the problem with like the way we live. It just creates like all these issues, and it ends up spiraling out so out of control. But yeah, it's a really beautiful day today, by the way. These clouds have been kind of crazy, but it's actually going to be pretty hot here soon, like next week. So it's kind of weird. We had like this rainy season come out here for a little bit. A couple of rain clouds over there, as you can see. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Peace.